Oh, network. There was a network error. Great way to start. Test again. Now it should work. Yeah, I can hear myself. But also the music. Yes, everything as it should. Ah, finally. Where would I be without the every time testing my sound at the beginning? But after all, it can protect me from the problem of saying, "Oh, sorry, didn't know I had no sound." Uh, it's also practical for me to know whether the person watching the person watching the stream can hear this game as well, the way as it should be. Wow, welcome again. And what should I say? Let's get ready to crumble in the FF7 Nightmare mod again. Of course, this mod is, well, at least the story section is over, but looking forward to continue it, as I would like to see what else is there to find, especially with the enemy skills. But what I have to say, I have my proud cloud here always opened, so that I can find out how much HP the enemies have. The sense materia only goes, even with the small enhancement, only to about roughly 65,000 HP. Yes, thanks to 7th Heaven, but that's still not enough for a lot of bosses in this mod. And the best way to find out how much HP they have is to use Proud Clot, as I have the scene bin file of this mod always opened in the background. Best way to find out how much HP they have, definitely. So, then it's finally time to continue the journey. But first of all, because in damage calculation FF10, the FF7, the level is such a high factor, I have to make sure that every level is a bit higher. So I need to grind a little bit. And also, Dragonic Bangle, status plus 10 for everything, Shinra Limited, Butterman Bangle, insane defense, that's for sure, and immune to death, which might come in handy. But for me specifically, the immune to death is pretty useful. I have only one, I guess. Yeah, I have only one. Should get at least 3. So looking for at least 2 other adamants. Or maybe I'm even that lucky to get the Dragonic Bangle from them, as they have 2 items. Either it can either be the Adamant Bangle or the Draconic Bangle. Both are good in their own way. Insane damage output. This mod isn't called Nightmare Mod without it's called Nightmare Mod for a reason. energy drink on every other party member. And we got it, suddenly. As I said, insane damage output. Just to show how much HP he has. He's level 65 and has over 30,000 HP. Not bad for just some turtle. Also nice defense. So, I won't use Limit with Cloud, but I will use it with Tifa. As she at least has a nice damage output. But regarding rare skill, more MP at first. More MP needed. So far, this seems to be the best way to dispose of them. Silence and paralysis. Unknown status on him. But wait a minute. Defense destruction? I wonder if it... Will it help? It did help. At least for this. So, you have to be creative with the new enemy skills. Even though some are just the same. With much higher MP cost, though. 200 MP for what is the new Trine spell? That's ridiculous. Yeah, this mod is pretty ridiculous. I still wonder. Do I have a material that can cause mini? Smite virus DNA key? no. Compress and warp. Wall. I would like to try something out. Could not steal. Mini plus damage. Well, would have been too easy. Energy drink for Tifa. And I'll steal. Draconic Bangle. Again, a lucky time. The definitely more rare item. Delta. Defense destruction. Bad timing though. Combined defense destruction. With a nice attack. What am I opening this here? Just managed to lost it. So, you can put him into haste, slow, stop, regen, barrier, reflect, dual, shield, death sentence, manipulation, berserk, peerless, paralysis, darkness, dual drain, death force, resist, lucky girl, and imprisoned. The chance to get a dragon armlet, here the well, it's renamed here. It's just 4. Max is 63. At first, Aerith, you need to get some MP back. Ramu uses the lightning element. The only element you should use against him, as he absorbs gravity, water and earth, and then gets fully healed. Definitely more useful to use the rare skills. Nice damage output. That wasn't so bad, actually. 99.99. Immune to sleep. Immune to death. And status plus 10. No matter which of the two items I get, both are worth it. That's for sure. And the good XP I get? Also nice preparation for what's to come. Especially I am at a disadvantage in Wutai, as I won't have my materia. So I should look for some things that I might need. And first, energy drink for everyone. Which one will you steal? Damage on the whole group. And that's just a random enemy. Once I get it, it might be a good idea to put him into mirror or reflect status, depending on what it's called now. So his wall will not hit him. although could use this to let Aerith use her limit break a few times more. To see if she will one day finally get her second level 1 limit break. But the way to get her final limit break has also been changed here. Not sure which numbers are now needed. As it weren't the same numbers at the end. Just continue this fight. Nice item. Still couldn't steal. If I got him under paralysis or stop status? Worth a try. Paralysis? And it worked. So, now just destroy his defense and time to finish him. Too bad. Too bad he could use wall again. This now should do full damage. And it did. Ah, I could always relax during this world theme. It's so beautiful. Magic Spirit. Let's make a short trip to the north. I cannot repeat how many times. I don't know how many times I already repeated it, but I really like this world theme. Definitely in my top 10 for this mod. The new soundtrack is pretty good. I could also already try to get the materia in the woods. Diamond Bangle, Ancient Bangle. Immune to Holy? Which enemy uses Holy though? I will get one Ancient Bangle to see. What? Triple Growth? Not bad for armor. Double Growth? Regarding double growth, this one might be a better choice. Despite the, well, should I say the status it grants? Or the missing status it grants? Still, triple? That's not bad. Welcome to Bone Village, a town for nature lovers. What do you want? Have you seen Sephiroth? Oh man, the man in the black cape? He was looking for the Temple of the Ancients. Temple of the Ancients? It's way down south. It's on the other side of this town and the inland sea. It's the pyramid rising out of the forest. How do you get in? You need the keystone. Just like it sounds, a rock that's a key. I heard that some rich guy has it. So, let's get a nice new materia. The sleeping forest, not yet awakened. Whoa, what? Battles? I did not expect... I haven't expected that. Okay, bound fed. How much HP you guys have? Level 50. Weak against fire. Okay. Will it hit them? There are two groups after all. At least something. Let's try Cause Berserk, Darkness and Craze. That's interesting. Silence and Paralysis. Let's try Nightmare first. And it didn't work. I might absorb ice. What about my rare skills? Earth spell. I need to get one group away from it first. Let's see. Doom? Oh no. Oh. Immune to death? Or isn't she? I think she wasn't the one. No, I gave Cloud and Tifa the armlet, not her. Fire double damage, Earth absorb, Gravity half damage. No status at all possible. Bio absorb. So it's basically fire only. This should get rid of one side at least. Oh! Ah, Cartoony Boy. Hello, welcome back to my stream. How are you? I find this funny as the remake just came out. Good, you? I'm fine, thanks. Ah, looking forward having a free weekend, finally. Tomorrow and the day after, no shift. Hmm. Oh, now when I'm thinking about it, Cartoony Boy, so far you haven't been on one of my FF7 Nightmare Mod streams, haven't you? No, wait a minute. You haven't, right, you haven't been into them, I guess, have you? That's the correct way. Nope, sorry. That's okay, no problem. But just to give us some more insight, or just to ask about it, do you know what the Nightmare mod is? Or have you ever heard of it? Oh god, not again. One of one of those things. Just a second. Always those bots. Oh, Xcal! Hi, welcome back to my stream. How are you? This website asked me to accept cookies, but I'm still waiting for my treats. Gray. Not bad. Not bad choice of words though. Oh, and this time I also included the "Let's get ready to crumble" into the I just went live. This this is really fit. Thanks for the idea again. But God, always you're just streaming and enjoying it, and then suddenly one of those um Cartoony Boy Nightmare mod. Oh no. Um. Okay, Cartoony Boy. You what do you think about I give a small explanation to it? I could even show you a great bit of it at the beginning if you don't mind. But at first I will make a short explanation about it, if that's okay for you. That's a small info dump, by the way. I don't mind. Okay. So the Nightmare mod basically it changes the story, completely changes the materia system, also limits. There's a new hidden item system, and summons now have also. Oh, used it up. Ah, bad example. Ah, here. Um, Summons and limit breaks now also have status effects affiliated to them. Also with some materials that now have also an element, like Shiva, which also causes silence when you summon her, or Ramu, which causes darkness or craze, actually, depending on my time. Titan also causes paralysis. Um, Odin, of course, death. And Ifrit also causes berserk, interestingly. Not also, you can just see how the um, enemy skill materia has been changed. Description is not showing properly at the moment. Oh, now it is. So, if you can remember White Wind, it's now Critical Wind, which when you use it near death, so in your HP is yellow, you gain Region and Sadness status to lower damage on the one hand and have something to recover. Delta is now a new enemy skill, which is the ultimate Earth spell. Negative Energy was formerly the laser enemy skill, and now it's Defense Destruction, but it doesn't show it. Oh, you see it. Defense Destruction. Destroys wall and so on. Well, Matra Magic is now the Rocket Blast. Just an element neutral attack. Eta is the new Aqualung, but much stronger than before. I can even show it. I think they don't absorb water. Where's my proud clod? Here it is. Status, thanks for bound fed. Water not included. Okay, I can use it. Now just see how strong the new water spell is. Anything but weak. Full damage on the whole group. Not bad, eh? So... And I got this materia, finally. Not bad at all. Lol. Yeah, it's pretty strong. Imagine if I would now be using the 9999 limit breaker. And Kujata materia is now called chaotic balance. And I have a boss fight for it. What the hell is that? What, surprise? Yeah, it's a surprise. Cosmic. Um, uh, the music anti-death. Boltran. Cell ratio. And Leslius. Okay, to get the Kujata materia, or now chaotic balance, you have to fight a boss fight. So I have to see. Balesius cell ratio. I have the Proud Clod. So a program to see into the enemy files of the game. Opened here in the background to know to see what will await me. Cell ratio. Oh, here they are. The free group. Okay, you three. How much HP you have? Show it to me. 333,333 for Boltran, Balsius, and cell ratio. Great. Now, have they any weakness? I sure hope they have. But this music, I'm mixed. Do I really like it or find it a bit weird? It's a mix of both. Sword attack, enemy management. Region haste shield. Oh, they have different elemental affiliations. Good to know. Water double damage for him. Oh, this looks nice. Seems that no one absorbs water. In that case, I will know what to do. Oh, and by the way, there are also new items. And what? No, that's just unfair. Okay, they're already starting to getting on my nerves. Well then. Energy drink for everyone. This will raise up the speed a bit. When I'm at it, I could also look if I've got something nice to steal. These kind of enemies typically have something nice. I mean, even rude. Huh? Unfair? What's unfair? Fire Amulet, Bolt Armlet, Aurora Amulet. So I will need to steal from Boltran. The damage output from them is... Wait a minute. They are healing themselves through that. These guys aren't dumb. Oh no, please not stop. Now, that's a great start. Oh, and by the way, as you might have already heard, Cartoony Boy, there's a completely new soundtrack. Or basically almost completely true. Completely new. Okay. Stop and stop. Great. They are healing themselves much faster. What? I cannot heal the stop status. Is this meant to be a fight 1 versus 3? That's even more unfair. I cannot cure the stop status from Tifa or Aerith. So let's see how this will play out. They heal 5000 HP through Replenish. And unless I use the magic on my group, which gets mirrored back, they also... again. So I have to make at least 7500 damage per round to even catch up with that. Which is crazy. I could not finish using the limit. Great. Great way to start and to present this mod. Directly problems from the beginning. That's healing too much. Seems like it wasn't a good idea to trying to get the materia this early. I need to get an idea what to do. Go slow. I have an idea. Get my MP full. I already know which kind of element I need to use to get them down. It will always be water. $5,000 healing. I don't care about stealing anymore. I just want to finish this battle. Okay. So this might be a solution. Just using this spell until they are done. Sorry, that's basically the worst way to introduce someone to this mod. When this battle is over, only if you want, I can show you the beginning of this mod with a pretty good explanation on it, and maybe also one or two of the new scenes, but only if you want to see them. Until then, Cloud only again. I hope I can even keep up with that. Let's see how well physical attacks will do, at least with limits. Also a bit. Not this healing. Or at least some damage. But good that their HP is only 333,000. If I think about last number in the Shinra Manor, to get Vincent you had to beat an enemy with 666 HP. Just crazy. But after all, this mod is intended to be ridiculous. Poison won't help at all. But you can help with Mako Potion. Although, where is it? Techno Whale. How much damage will this do? Not the best, but at least something. Mako Ether, not Mako Potion. Only a matter of time until one of them will finally fall. What's this tusk doing? What's that to say? At least it's some damage. This feels like it will take forever, unfortunately. "24-hour chariot fight stream." Yeah, this is what it feels like. Definitely. Sorry for that, Xcal. But this is just so weird. But why is he using anti-death on himself? He should be immune to death sentence and so on. I'm jesting, it's all good. Where would we be without jokes? But I know it's a joke. But I find this tedious as well. I can understand that. I have to think. I really like the Mako potion, and Mako Ether in this mod, though. A great item to have your whole group get some MP back or HP. Wait a minute, I could use defense destruction on them. Yeah, negative energy. Unfortunately, it only hits one at a time. So, Xcal, what have you done today so far? Something interesting to tell? At the moment, we are just waiting for this fight to finally end. Yeah, we know. You like to heal. Far too much. I had breakfast, played some FF13 and took a nap. Very exciting. FF13? At which part of the game are you at the moment? Come on. I have to see, is he not immune to death? Weird. I'm in chapter 4, controlling Sass, Vanille and Hope. Chapter 4, is that his will or how it was called? When lightning lets Hope behind? Oh! Zach, if that's okay to say it. Welcome back to my stream. How are you? Thanks for joining in again. It's just after Lightning Ditch Hope. Ah, I know it. It is. I am well. Nice to hear that. Uh, Sorry for joining in at the moment. Well, there is a tedious fight against these three guys. Um, Regarding FF13, in my opinion, this game would have had much more potential in a way, but just the way it was made, the story is basically not bad in my opinion, but the way it is presented is just not great. A few changes would have maybe could have made this a much better game. Because basically the story with this world of Cocoon, which is completely artificial, and Pulse, that's the basically hell below it. It has something to it. People are so in fear of this world below, but they don't know how it really is. So I do like the concept of it. Oh great, I need more MP. Well, not directly this one. Faster to use. And that's what I mean. 5,000 damage. How are things on your end? I'm fine, thanks. I'm really looking forward to being able to stream again, because this weekend I have no shifts. So, no shift tomorrow, no shift the day after that. So I can, without a problem, stream today and tomorrow. Looking forward to it. Nice. Yeah, that's true. Sadly, work is basically the reason why I cannot stream more. It all depends on my shift. When I have to get up pretty early the next day, I won't be able to stream the day before that. The struggle is real. Day jobs are the worst. Well, for me it's a changing shift. I either have to work between 6 a.m. in the morning until well, here we have the 24-hour time model. That's the problem. I sometimes get confused with 12 p.m. and a.m. because the time, you know what I mean, I guess. I may stream as well, but I'm busy watching cookies right now. 12 p.m. is noon. Yeah, the problem for me is basically because I'm used to the 24-hour time. I get confused with that. My shift will end around 12. No, it can be 1 p.m. or maybe later, depending on how much. 1,200 hours. Yeah, that's it. But right, Zach, weren't you from Portugal, or was it Switzerland? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you were from... Or weren't you? Or was that... that was D-Dogs. No, I'm from the States. Right, right. Sorry, my mistake. That was dogs. My mistake. That won't happen again. I was off for a second. No apology needed. Hey, fellow American. Yeah, that's the point here. Great Americans in this stream. Be proud, every one of you. Be proud to be American. America is a great country. Or should I say, it's a great combination of 50 states. Each is unique in its own way, and that's what makes America so great. Different states, different people, different climates depending on where you are. California is definitely not the same as is Wisconsin, or maybe Washington, which is definitely not the same as is Texas. Or each state is basically a different country, and that's what makes America so unique. You cannot compare basically one state to another one, but you can basically travel between them and experience a completely different place despite still being in kind of the same, yeah, country and state. Well, you know what I mean. Oh, I missed that. Hey, what's up, fellow cheeseburger lover? That's great. But only the cheeseburger, but only a nice burger from In-Out Burger. Um, now I need a burger. As I said, from In-Out. But each state is definitely basically a different country. Yeah, and that's what people don't really get. America has so much to offer. This, I'm worried they might absorb Chocobo. Oh, come on, please stop that. They're healing too much. Landmine, I could try explosive damage. Just for a small test. Shrapnel. Here in Texas, Whataburger is the popular one, but I'm not a fan of fast food. I'd rather get a real meaty burger. Whataburger? I thought people would be more like into Wendy's or something like that. But that was my guess, because basically, if you live in the southwest of the US, you will I guess most people will really like In-Out Burger, maybe depending on in which state you live, also Wendy's and so on. But I heard the most positive about In-Out Burger. Also from Germans who moved to the US, also especially to California or the southwestern part basically. They all talk very fondly of the In-Out Burger, which is why I have that so in my head. In and Out, yes. In and Out is popular here. I think it's a little more popular in Arizona. Yeah, so that's basically the southwest part. So from California, Arizona, but also Texas has them. Should have them at least. But it's basically only a thing in the southwest for some reason. Don't ask me why. I'm not from the US. We have one in Utah. I tend to go to the local spots a bit more. So would you, so your opinion, so both of you, Xcal and Zach, would you say they are basically one of the best? Whataburger is only in Texas for now, but they recently sold to a national company that may change. I have never heard of Whataburger. So, no idea how they might be. But basically, outside of the US, you have also basically chains that you at least in Germany. I know we have Domino's as pizza. Of course, we have McDonald's and Burger King. KFC is kind of rare here, but I do like them. Oh, this conversation isn't helping my diet. Drink a Diet Coke with it, and you have a diet again. I tend to stay away from the franchises. I like finding good local spots. Um, yeah, that's the same. There are great local spots here as well. In Cologne, when I was there after Gamescom, I found a small, no, it was not really a bar, but it was smaller. But they had pretty good German food, which is which has become a bit rare these days, because most people like the unusual stuff, the non-German stuff, much more than the classical German food, and that's why it got a bit rare. Eats a baby carrot, as the burger cries. Close your eyes and stop your nose from getting a smell at all, and just think you're eating it. It might help, maybe not, but it's worth a try. Oh God, I shouldn't eat. I shouldn't talk so much about food. I'm getting hungry. I should have prepared I should have prepared here a few cookies or something like that and eating them during the stream, so it might be fitting. Would that be cannibalism? Nah, it will be okay. This discussion gets weird. But it's entertaining. Now that would depend on the cookie. Well, you cannot eat the cookies from your PC. You always have to accept them, but unfortunately they don't send you the treats, as XCal has found out. And well, when I lived in southern Indiana, there was a strong German influence on the local food. The most popular spot was probably the Schnitzelbank. I think you have already said that, and I know from Michigan that there was Frankenfurt or something like that. But also in Texas there are a few cities that have a pretty strong German influence. Not surprising, as a lot of Germans have moved there. Also to Pennsylvania, I guess. Also, sometimes I repeat myself, and that's totally fine. Better saying something twice than saying something never. They are healing too much. Far too much. Oh, I think I already said that as well in that regard, but in German TV there was uh, one one guy who traveled to the US to see how German food is presented in the US. One of that was in Texas, in in Fredericksburg, and he showed, I think it was Fredericksburg, and it was interesting to see. I have never seen. Alright, need to go to make lunch now. Be right back, Noel. See you later then, and um, I hope you have a nice appetite for your food. Enjoy your food. We might have made you hungry at the moment during that time. I'd be curious to see how food in Germany is compared to what we think food is in the States. Um, it is because it was on German TV, but it was uploaded to YouTube. So I would say a few typically German things would look pretty weird in the US, especially raw minced meat, pork meat. But the way it's made here with the high security measures regarding it ensures that there's nothing wrong with it. Germans eat raw pork? Yes, they do. Raw minced pork. You can see it on Wikipedia or maybe when googling it. And also the Met Eagle, which is basically, how should I explain it? Uh, One has to see it. Wait a minute. I will just show you. I will send a link into the chat. Um, wow, I'd be a little nervous of getting a stomach ache, but I'd try. Would you believe me if I tell you that Germans eat this for like forever and never had something bad from it? Because the way it is stored at a certain temperature and the way it's made with high standards regarding hygiene, you won't need to be worried about it. Um, wait, so, uh, Met Eagle, here it is. I will send you a link about that. I believe you, it's probably safer than most of the stuff we eat in the States, but I still have to back in my mind while I stuff in my face. But I'd still have it in the back of my mind while I stuff it in my face. Well, here you can all we can also buy raw milk at a place, and also never had something from it. The same goes the same counts to eggs, which are not refrigerated here because they aren't washed in the way like in the States, so the natural protection for them is still intact. Someone with a kettle. Yeah, because the FDA seems to not like that. But yet they approve the RBST for some reason. Um, Damn it, I don't get a good photo of it. So, I will now send a link to the chat so you can see what I meant by the raw meat. On which way it is presented. See for yourself at the photo. Now imagine this on a bread roll, but a great bread roll. Need more MP. I wonder if you would want to try it. The presentation pictures are great. Yes, they are! I mean, this is the best photo I could find. And it was on Wikipedia. So, why not use them? I would try it. I enjoy trying new foods. You will definitely enjoy that. But as I told you, it's raw minced pork meat. And I want to travel Europe and explore the local cuisine. Well, the problem in Germany at least is that a lot of restaurants, um, because they had so much competition, they only use a lot of them use pre-made convenience food and sell it to you. That's unfortunate. So getting something fresh can be kind of difficult. And especially a small one, and especially a small restaurant, has a lot of trouble competing with the large chains. This is why I would need to know someone in the area to point me toward the best places. Not only that, but a lot of restaurants have gone a pretty bad way, also because of the lockdown. A lot of people who had a small job there lost it, and others had to close because they had to they had no places for people to sit anymore, and it was only a takeaway. And that was a pretty rough time for especially small restaurants. I do know of a few good ones though. As I said, I know of, as I said, I know of at least one pretty good in Cologne. And here in my area, I also know of a few good ones, also in the Netherlands. At least in a few parts where I've been always. I have been trying to support my local small restaurants through all of this. Especially in this time. We do so here as well. Um, there's also a small, it's a pretty small restaurant, not far from here, who has been like the 1980s there, still to this day. And we are at least a few times in a month at them. The owner of this small restaurant, when you still could sit in there to enjoy your food, he always entertained everyone in his way that he. It was always meant as a comedy. He made jokes about himself, about who he was. You know, the owner of this small restaurant is how should I say it? He is a gay man, and he has a boyfriend, and he makes jokes in regards to straight people, LGBT people, or about basically everything. He does not take himself very seriously, and he also calls his guests kind of weird names to their. One could, if one doesn't know what it is, one might could think it's kind of insulting, but it's not. It's always entertaining in a way. But he doesn't mean that seriously. But he's entertaining everyone through this, and the people who go to this small restaurant always know this because they are basically, well, his guests are basically they all know him for a very long time already, and the kind of way he presents himself and and not takes himself seriously, and also making always jokes about this and that, also about the current situation. It's entertaining in a way. It's great food and entertainment at the same time. This is what makes this small place so unique. But also for him, this is a pretty rough time because he misses that a lot. With only takeaway, it's difficult to make jokes and fun with the guests anymore. But you get what you do get what I'm trying to say, right? It's so unique, such a unique place. It's small, it's cozy. You can directly see the kitchen is kind of mixed. One in the background, and one just in front of you behind a small what should I say a small counter, but a bit behind that you see the grill and so on, and you can see how he makes the food. He, at least not everything, because the second kitchen and further back was not so easy to see in, like in the front place. But you can see how he makes your schnitzel. You see how they are doing, how he's making it, and that's nice. I like to find the local spots where they are personable. That keeps me coming back, and that's what I mean. His guests are always coming back. Not the same week, but at least after a few weeks or in the same month, they will come back again and again. Because it's also the atmosphere, this entertainment every time. I miss that. It was so unique. All right. And because it was so unusual, and he makes basically a few of the best schnitzels so far here nearby. But as I said, you can see how he makes them, and this is transparency. You cannot see everything, as a few things are made in the second kitchen further back, but the stuff you see in the front, it's just nice to see how he's doing. And of course he also has hamburgers and other stuff, and from salad too, and so on. But it's also this atmosphere that I so deeply miss. But it's really a local spot. So small. But sometimes it could have been difficult to get a place because it was too full. Loaded with guests. Near the end of last year, there was a short time where a few things were opened again. And in that time, that was also when we could eat in his small restaurant again. When I was finally able to be in there again, it was a great feeling. Now, as it's not possible again, I miss it. I miss it so much. But also in the Netherlands, a small part of a small restaurant, and that's also a personal, as the owner of this place will basically always remember you if you have ever been a guest of him. And also, he has humor. He's unique in his way. He enjoys his life and his job, and you just feel it. This passion he has with making sure that every guest in his small establishment enjoys his time there. This has also been a rough time for him. You cannot help but feel bad for them. I mean, this time, if you're self-employed, especially in a restaurant, this time This is terrible at the moment. But as I said, I know of a few nice places here in this region where I can suggest, please, if you would ever be here, please go there. Not only these small people need a kind of support, but also what they offer to their guests, not customers, but guests, is just, it's well worth the price. I need something to... I wonder how much damage this does, though. Haven't tried so far. 7,000 damage. It's crazy. Oh, and by the way, Xcal, I'm not sure if you have heard me saying that, but in the Lost Number boss fight, before you get Vincent, the Lost Number has 66,666 HP. And that's just insane. But when he changes into his either physical or magic forms, he will then either absorb every element and get then fully healed, full cure by the element, or if he is in his physical form, he will get healed by basically everything physical. I mean, if you use any attack on him, that's physical. It doesn't matter whether it's a shoot weapon, whether it's a staff or a punch by Tifa. Full cure. Now imagine that. His physical strength combined with that. Or his magical strength that he has with an attack that's that can either cause full damage or confuse you basically in his magic form, which is also dangerous. That's a brutal fight. Especially with the full cure. If you don't believe me how crazy that is, see my video, my last stream. Wait a minute, you have been in there, but only later. Right, you have been in the stream, but later it was. That was when I was already at Mount Nebel or already at Rocket Town, I guess. Yeah, that was this fight was at the beginning. Just crazy. By the way, I'm now so full of this fight, I have an idea to end this once and for all. What? That's ridiculous. Seriously? I have just found a small thing that might help me in this fight. I wish it will, though. But who got this materia I need? For Beat, Techno Wellness of water damage. Maybe this will help. The small guy has grown up. What? Infernal Blaze still sounds berserk. Mini Dropout Pulse, Molotov Cocktail. Increase magic. Where was it? Try this one. And it doesn't help. So I will now change my tactic and try to get all their MP. If they cannot use any magic spell anymore, I might, or just might, be able to end this. Sharp. About this also. Rock one. This fight is just tedious. So how much MP do they have? Oh, forget my idea. 30,000 MP, each of them. With the damage output I have, it's not possible to end this in a good way. It would take like forever. And they are healing far too fast. But now I know of something different. So, how to end this? Now just look, Excal, what I'm doing now. Why is he healing me? Oh, Red! Welcome back to my stream, how are you? Thanks for joining in again. So, I'm good, thanks, how are you? I'm feeling fine as well, thank you. But I'm really looking forward to this stream and tomorrow again, because this weekend I have no shift. No work this weekend, so I can really enjoy the stream. Even though this fight at the moment is pretty tedious and will take a time. Oh, I have to ask, did you ever solve that puzzle in the Shinra mansion? I have now Vincent in my team, but I have tried to find out everything that's possible about this puzzle or riddle. So my final decision was to finally end this. I use the original F level file of FF7 to at least get around this part. And so I could never really solve it. I could find nothing helpful on the internet about that. Others seem to have trouble as well, as I've seen in the Quim forums, and they also they also used the original F level to get around that. I felt you were close to solving it, but it was very, very difficult. That's true. I mean, how could one... The story itself was pretty interesting as it was based off the ancients, but I could not even find out if it was working the way it was supposed to be. But it seems like you it might have been bugged as well. You may have done it correctly, but the game didn't do it properly. Who knows? As far as I have read about it, um, it is normally as far as I seem to have found out, you get at first the clues, and then you find you unlock the first hidden message. Then you might get the second and the third hidden messages, and have it somehow on this way, seemingly. But there was also some talk about having a clue in the Mako reactor. And the Mako reactor to solving it, but I could not find anything there. Oh my. One day we'll get to the bottom of it. We might be. One day. But this might take a while until we get there. Damn it. Stop healing so much. These guys are an annoyance. But maybe one day we will solve this riddle together on stream. We might find it out. But it's interesting. It was an interesting riddle, nevertheless. Replenish. His healing is just annoying. Okay, you cannot attack the third one. If one of you wonders why this fight is finally over, sorry to say that, but I just used a small cheat. Because I have Proud Clot in the background and also Cheat Engine. I use Cheat Engine to have a constant track of the HP values of my enemies. Because through Proud Clot I know which kind of HP values the enemies have. And over Cheat Engine, I can directly see the whole time how much HP they have, because with Sense I cannot see them. The HP values in this mod are that high that even the higher Sense limit that you get through 7th Heaven is not sufficient. 7th Heaven allows the Sense to have to sense enemies, so analyzing them, with up to 65,000 HP. In the original game it was only around 30,000. So, regarding this, as I have seen, despite the whole time doing damage to them, I could barely scratch the 300,000 HP mark, just barely scratch the 300,000 HP mark. They have each enemy has had 333,333 HP. And now you guess it. As you have seen my constant attacks, but I still could not get it close to just roughly under 300,000. Now imagine how long this would have taken. So please don't blame me for this small cheat now, but it's just tedious. That's an insane amount of HP. But yeah, Red. But see until but if you have seen the Lost Number boss fight with his 666,666 HP, and combine that with its two either physical or magical versions, after 50%, if he drops below 50% HP, he either changes into his physical or magical form. In his physical form, his attacks can insta-kill you. Can not insta-kill, but they can hit you pretty hard with his physicals. 5,000 or more damage every round, every attack. Not instant kill, but pretty high damage every attack. And every physical attack heals him. It doesn't matter if you use a shoot by Barrett or Vincent, a punch by Tifa, or and shout attack by Kate Shi or Kate Sif, depending on how you name him, or the sword attacks by Cloud. Everything full cure, and that's insane. And his magical form, every element, it doesn't matter if it's gravity or water or bolt, fire, everything full cure. Now imagine how that fight will play out in a normal way. Please don't blame me for cheating, but otherwise, but through cheating, this mod is kinda entertaining and pretty enjoyable. Although the Midgar part of this game is still pretty enjoyable, you can still enjoy it without cheats, but with cheats, it's the best way to enjoy it. But then it's not called Nightmare Mod for nothing. Doesn't matter if it's Gravity. That sounds like a name of a song. That's true. But my god. This was just the fight to get the materia. But getting summon materia in this mod means you have to fight it. Nice new music though. I really enjoy the new soundtrack. I will say it again and again, but the world theme is definitely one of my favorites. This is also a different theme. Really nice. Some, so I have to say, a lot of the songs of the new soundtrack are pretty cool. Some are epic, and others are just so enjoyable. You can just sit back and relax to them, like the world theme. This one is also pretty chilling. Oh yeah. Oh, and by the way, has one of you two heard the new soundtrack that you hear when you are on the way to the Shinra building? So when you are from below between Wall Market below the plate to the way up, I would just ask now. I would like to know if one of you has heard it. If not, I would like to show it just shortly. Only if you two want, if you have not heard it up until now. As this is just an epic music for this part of the game. Sure, I can't remember. Okay, then I will take a small time to show it, as at the moment I am just preparing myself to get to the um, Wutai section of this game, so I can also show something different. As this theme is just so great. Just listen to it. One of my favorite tracks, definitely. I also like the new Fort Conda battle theme, but the world theme is definitely in my top 10, and this epic music for the way from below the plate is also in at least in the top 10. There's also a new song for the Bizarro Sephiroth fight, but I'm not sure if I will play until then, because as you can see, even at this part, the enemies have just an insane amount of HP. Oh, I hope this does. Yeah, it still works. Now I have to look for the correct save file. Number 2, I guess. Torture chamber? Nope. Shinra HQ. Border to the plate. Wall market. Have you played Final Fantasy Tactics? Um, I wanted to try the PS1 game of Final Fantasy Tactics. I have shortly tried. There were two other games. Tactics Advance? No, it was the second one. Grimoire of the Rift, or was it called? The one on the Nintendo DS. And the one on the PSP. I have tried both of them a bit, but I haven't played them for long. There is a cool unfinished mod for the PS1 version called Journey of the Five. Journey of the Five? I'm curious, please tell me about that. In the meantime, you can listen to a pretty awesome awesome music. Epic music. That pipe came down when all the other junk fell. The others climbed up. This should connect up to the center plate. American spelling here. It looks way too scary to climb.
Damn, we need to get up there. That's one crazy climb, man.
Already shitting your pants, brown bear? This is easy compared to what's coming after the climbing.
Shut your trap, spiky ass. I ain't scared or shit.
Well, whatever you say.
We just need to get up there and bust some damn Shinra ass.
Um, okay, you have a team of 5. Ramza, Final Fantasy Tactics, Dante, Devil May Cry. Oh, Dante is such a badass. Snake, Metal Gear Solid. Definitely another badass. Link, Legend of Zelda, and Cloud FF7. That's interesting. A group of a few cool characters. I mean, Dante, Snake, Link, and also Cloud. They each find themselves transported into the world of FFT and have to find a way to get home. Why does this make me think a bit of Dissidia? But it's pretty interesting in a concept. That's pretty nice. I have to say it. Pretty cool idea. And that's just the reason why I love mods. They make stuff like that possible. Things you might have never imagined. They are you can make them through mods. But interesting. I believe they intended to have 5 chapters but only have completed 1 so far. Even if the whole idea is just great. But before I play a game with mods, I play always the vanilla version of a game, and the second time is the one I use mods. Except if the game itself is so broken, or it needs to have patches to even be playable in a way, or enjoyable. At least in my opinion, that's always legitimate in a way. Or legit? It was more legit. Have you so far played a bit of this mod Xcal? I'm curious to find out. Because if that idea isn't awesome, I don't know. Inserting 5 completely different characters? I played a little, it's hard. Is it more like advanced difficulty or is it more like a hardcore mod? Because with difficulty mods, it's always between reasonable difficulty, a bit more challenging, or it's maybe even completely hardcore in a way. So on this scale, what would you say on which end it is? Enemies are much tougher than the original, very difficult. Oh, so definitely on this end then. But still, it's a pretty cool idea. If I would play the PS1 Final Fantasy Tactics, I would definitely give this a try. So let me continue. We need to hurry. Who knows what they are doing to Aerith right now? Are you coming, Brown Bear? Or are you scared of the cable? It's not gonna hold your weight. That's the music I meant. Just listen, Hexcal.
Shut up and let's go.
This is just epic music. This is awesome. Man, look at that. That's not cool. The Shinra did that, right? This is horrible. Cool music, bro. Thanks for being Thanks for hearing, bro, brethren. That was a small reference. I think you know which game from which game that was. Wait a minute. Can't I use the battery? Oh no, did I forget? Hello, I have the battery. Huh? Oh, brethren, I should have thought of that. No thanks, bro. I hope you now get the reference. If not, you would have missed a great game. Let's see if it works when I feed it a battery. It should move that thing up there. Those things better work. I'll kick the old man's ass if they don't. The? Prefer the. If that isn't epic music, I don't know. Just the right music. On the way to a boss fight, maybe? Who knows? I'm going to run some errands for a bit. I'll be back, but I'll leave my PC open to give you the view count. Thank you, thank you. This part here was basically to just show a bit of the music. Until later then. But this music is just great. Oh, and if you can still hear it, what I've also find interesting what they made in this mod, before you go to the Shinra building, you can choose. Barrett and Tifa give you the choose to do either sneak in or bust through the door. But once you have chosen one of that, you cannot revert this choice anymore. No, missed it. I would like to show that again in this stream, if I'm fast enough to get at this part. Second time! Second time! Yes! If you can stay for a minute, I can hurry up to the place up there so you can see it for yourself. It will only take a minute. If you have this time still, I would like to show it. Sure, it is already in the original stream, but if you can still see this, Xcal, I think it's worth to be seen. Right, I'm already there. I will hasten this a bit up so you can see the proof. Dedication. Oh, that's true. But but I got really lucky to have this thing the second time, because sometimes it you can have bad luck with this. So we have a screenshot for our wallpaper. Okay. Yeah, this talk. We know it. This is the center of it all. This is the hideout of the evil. So. Yeah. And cameras and everything, they will know right away. Yeah. So, now I will choose. We're looking for a way to sneak in. Go Tifa's choice. And if they follow me again. I like this pretty much, I have to say. Cool idea. If I try to now use this way, Tifa will stop me. The same will happen if I would have chosen Barrett's answer. Then in that case, if I would have chosen Barrett's answer, you could only go in there, but not in this place. This way is only open if you choose the Tifa's option. and this way only if you choose Barrett's option. And because the save point has been removed, well, you're kinda stuck in this situation. You would have to go all the way back to Wall Market. I hope you have seen this Excal because this is a small interesting thing I wanted to show. So I was in a hurry for a bit. Or maybe who else was watching this at the moment. If there was someone watching this now. But it was worth showing, because that's a pretty interesting idea in my opinion. So, back to my preparation for Wutai. But things like that are, in my opinion, what makes this mod so interesting. It's something thought out um, kinda to the end, because when you already have chosen an option between sneaking in using the stairs or just use the door like every other normal person who will well, how should I say hello to every guy in there and then wanna free a hostage. But nevertheless, interesting thought. This mod has so many interesting, nice, cool, and unique ideas. Maybe it could have been so much more. Without the crashing, with a bit more reasonable difficulty, it might, yeah, without crashing, with reasonable difficulty, and maybe if there would have been more story changes after Midgar, maybe also an explanation for those people who cannot find it out on their own way, because this riddle to get Vincent was, I don't know if it was bugged in a way, or I just had bad luck with it. But nevertheless, I had to use the original file to get around this problem. So, back at Midgar. Let's see if one of my materials does not have... Um... What? Oh right, you have no rare skill. So, Rocket Blast and Rocket Blast. These enemies that use level 4 suicide, or whatever it's called here, I'll have to encounter them. Okay, here's the farm. Just need one lucky encounter. Also have to get the enemy skill from the Midgar Solom. Not the enemies I want to get. Let's see if that's enough to get rid of them. I hope that's enough. It's not. Oh my. just a second time. How much HP do you have? Oh, just 3000. That's nothing. Well, that's weird. Where is it here? So even these enemies that are practically nothing to fight against, they already have so much HP. It's kinda ridiculous. Oh, small poison attack should get rid of them. They are weak against poison, so lay waste on them. It can kill them directly. $600. Try to fight here. I think they were called Mu. These small enemies that have the other enemy skill. Level 4 suicide or something like that. Great, berserk. But I still wonder, how will the Wutai section in this mod play out? After all, without materia, one of my strongest ways to attack the enemy are gone. But wait a second, I can also look at it. Crazy. Well, let's see. Proud Clot. Raps was he called. At this time I can watch. Or something like that. Ah, this enemy in Wutai. The boss you find, the other patron from Don Corneo. I think he was called Raps. Maybe different? But it was something like that. Let's see. somewhere between them. This should get rid of them as well. This mod, Bermuda. Oh, he could be renamed in this mod. Oh no, Rapsi is he. So his enemy stats? Over 270,000 HP. Huh, why not? Half damage from physical attacks. Oh, absorbs fire. Water won't hurt him. Wind will full cure him, and gravity will cause no damage. Huh. This wasn't enough. One can put Raps under Fury status. This will higher the damage dealt to him and lower his hit percentage. Because as Fury as a status lowers accuracy a bit, it basically normally you have like 100% plus the formula from the game, but also you have basically attack the normal calculation, but also the end result will get multiplied by 1, and through Fury status, this multiply by 1 will turn into 0.7, so 70% accuracy. One thing that a lot of people don't know about the Fury status. And then these people get surprised why suddenly a Matra magic, what hits all enemies, will suddenly miss a few times. But Fury also hires the damage output. And it's basically the only way to let enemies, to reduce accuracy of your enemies, as due to a programming error, enemies will only will not be affected by darkness. That's because through through a programming error, they will the only things that are how should I say, the only attacks that are affected by the darkness status. Oh, what is up? Just a minute. Someone is calling me in the background. I have to see what's up there. Sorry. I will go now. My apologies. I'm very sorry at the moment, but I have to stop this stream now because that's a long thing to explain. But bye for now. It has to end. The stream has to end now. Bye everyone, thanks you for joining in, but I have to take care of this right there. I will explain it later, but for now the stream must end. So my apologies.